33% chance to get this token. Abyssal Artillery is affected. I think it just mainly did damage and crit percent up, or at the very least adjusted the damage to be a bit higher, but not really the percentages on combo. Okay. Damon's Pull is affected, so it upped the damage for that. Did nothing else. And then the Burning Star, which we also don't have, so 2 out of 3. Out of these paths, I don't know. Yeah, that was just like a damage up, really. I don't know. Being able to have more of this would be nice. Even at the cost of being squishy, though? Maybe not. Maybe buffing the buffs would be better. So that his pin chance of stabbing things is more effective. Yeah. The stabs. The stabs. I think we're gonna do that. It is a stabbing time bath. It has a chance of avoiding academic study time-worn volumes and getting 5 stress heal. Okay. Isn't Surgeon the melee plague doctor path, or did they change it? I believe, yeah, they changed it. The melee is physician now. I believe. Yeah. No, I suppose you could say it is the melee one. But no, like it does change incision. But I don't usually use incision in this build just because I like having max HP and having better heals, honestly. This is the one that's the dot build. Physician path is weird. I think is the buff debuff build. Honestly. But I prefer Surgeon Path just for the HP. All that chances on Ritualist, weird heal for 33% more. Curses have 10% more chance to stick, giving him strength and crit and dodge plus, and 33% vulnerability on turn start. Yeah. But, like, his positioning is perfect for this one. And he will wreck this guy's shit, which I'm for. Physician is the support path. I don't know. Like, I've gone back and forth, and honestly, like, I use this way more. I use Battlefield Medicine way more, and this heals for higher on Surgeon than it does. And this heals for higher on Indiscriminate Science as well, compared to Physician, which just heals less. Like, this is the healing build. Surgeon is the healing build. Physician is definitely the support path. If I was going to do, like, Emboldening Vapors and all that kind of stuff, I would be down for Physician. But, like, Dusk Flights becomes my my Plague Doctor Surgeon is the main healer. And this guy having the ability to heal more as a ritualist is not really what I'm here for. So what we're gonna do for his build is put these things in the front. Definitely keep this going. Stab a bitch and have some heals on deck for when our physician, our surgeon is not available. Plus he gets a little bit of extra free healing on occasion. So that's cool. Um, I have him on the riposte leakage build, which is perfectly fine. He's heavy-handed, which means all of his melee skills have a chance of knockback, which is duelist advanced, basically, and open vein. He's an erudite, so he's more resistant to debuff and a lurker. So when the flame is low, the damage is high. But he is a pacifist, which is kind of annoying. Which means that every time he attacks, he has a chance to stress the fuck out. And he's also scatterbrained, so when his stress is high, his crit goes down. But it's fine. I did enjoy the rogue build for quite a while, and I don't have all of his stuff for sharp shot. So sharp shot is the put him in the back, he just shoots everybody build. Rogue, however, is more of a front rank build in his ripostes inflict combo, so he's more of a wombo combo kind of guy. But he's gonna be my leakage. So we're gonna have burn, we're gonna have debuff and buff, and then we're gonna have leakage. And we don't know anything about her stuff. She's a pillager hater, so pillagers beware. She's also anemic, which is a problem. And she got thanatophobic. Great. So when her HP is low, her resistance to debuff is lower, and she has an even higher chance to go dazed at the round start, which is going to be annoying. Which she basically just puts her turn at the end. And when allies die, she flips her shit. She's also a hypochondriac. I don't know what this does, but she crazy. Oh, yeah, he does have syphilis. I forgot about that. It was a bad run, honestly. Let's see here. This does, let's see here. Disengage changes to back to invert stance. Dodge. Back to invert stance. Dodge plus. Okay. Again gets shifted to more damage per stress. Target plus 3 stress, extra turn next round when defensive, more damage per stress for 4 turns when aggressive. Interesting. So you're playing with the stress mechanic at that point. Coup de grace and ruthless instruction we don't have. Back row taskmaster, capable of driving allies forward, whatever the cost. So this is the back row build, which, no. Antagoniste, skilled at disrupting the enemy, creating openings for allies to exploit. Stance passives overpower or undermine debuff resist. So touche changes. Target weakened when defensive, vulnerable when aggressive. If in rank 1 or 2, go defensive if no stance, 3 or 4 gain aggressive if no stance. Does all the usual shit for higher damage and crit. Disengage also changes. So this goes only back 1. Defensive dodge, which is normal. The target gets combo when aggressive in regular disengage. And then on the upgrade, target gets blindness 2 times 2 when in defensive stance or just gets combo when aggressive. Okay. And then of course damage and crit goes up. Interesting. Das Boot gets changed, so target goes knockback 2 and is stunned when comboed. Upgraded, doesn't matter what stance you're in. Combo equals stunned when in defensive or comboed when in aggressive. So that's what that changes. And then coup de grace we still don't have. Do I want to... Maybe I just stick to Wanderer, because I haven't gotten her blow down yet. Honestly. Not the hypochondriac, yeah. Equals 5% chance to get disease when hitting an enemy? Okay, so she's just gonna freak out no matter what. Okay. That naughty Dismas doing things unprotected. Yeah, his name is up for grabs for anyone who wants it, by the way. Coup de grace applies 2 weak and 2 vulnerable. Yeah, I just don't have it yet. So it does not matter what it does. I don't have it. I think I'm just gonna wait because I don't really know her abilities well enough. I think I'm still learning her. So we will leave her kind of as is at the moment, even though she's a mess of bad quirks. So last but not least, no, we have everyone the way we want them. So yeah, let's find out what their goals are. So she wants to use medicinal herbs 4 times, so we must track those down for her. Eggnog is already named. Dismas, name up for grabs. Not sure that I can rename him. Yeah, I can't rename him, but technically when he dies, his name will be up for grabs. He wants to use Burn Salve. This is expensive in combat items already. He just wants to use his weird reconstruction twice in a fight. That's easy. His name is also up for grabs, so if you have 500 channel points, feel free to request a Darkest Minion for the Ritualist Occultist right the heck now. And Duskflights, as our Surgeon Plague Doctor, wants to visit an academic study twice. We might be able to pull that off. Crit heal 0. Yeah, okay. Mr. Scrake, you're in. You're funny. I like your humor. There you is. You are on the roster now. Good luck surviving. Alrighty then. Let's see where we end up at the end of the valley. I am the RNG. RNGesus be with me. Understand, but dislike not being able to change the names of characters with memories. I think, yeah, no, it's bullshit.
Now, into the crumbling chaos of the world.
Oh, all we have is money. Okay. Oh, I missed it. I thought I was gonna hit that. Apparently not.
The winds whip more harshly on the far side of the brook. You see, even your valley is not immune to the spreading stain.
I'm not gonna bother, Mr. Scrake, honestly. She would like to remind all of these assholes to bring it. And she's already been got with smallpox. This is gonna make things so much fun. She's just flexed. Well, we're gonna prevent what we can.
Empowered, emboldened.
Guess what? You hit either of us, we will smack you back. Let's see. You. Wakari Masta, hello, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate the follow.
Enemy weakens and wanes.
We are playing Darkest Dungeon 2 by Red Hook Studios. I am May. Just FYI, I prefer games with story, and there's lots of story in this game, even though I suck at it. You know what? Stab a bitch. It was time for stab. But yes, welcome in. I don't like you. Fuck off. Let us empower our ability to you hit me, I hit you back. Hashtag not sorry. Why are you picking on him? Why? But why though?
Measure out your violence and apply it judiciously.
Oh, he's so mad about that. Get stabbed, you jerk. All the stab. Smallpox. We need...
Push on to the inn. Rest and resupply await you.
What we need now is honestly the table to wipe diseases after every place. Oh, I beat it. Wakari Master. I beat it.
Lower your guard. Soften your gaze. It is safe here.
I've learned not to interrupt the narrator. But yes, so last year for spooky season, which for me starts in Spooktember and moves into Hauntober, where we are now, I started Darkest Dungeon 1, and it took me until like February of the next year to defeat the whole thing. We got every class, we had all the DLC. I didn't do any of the PvP content because that's not really my bag, but we did basically everything else. Built up our little hamlet, saved the hamlet, question mark, question mark? Spoilers. That is kind of the ending. And, managed to do it. So, yeah, you can find my playlist of that whole thing over on YouTube, and what I've done here in Darkest Dungeon 2 is also going to that playlist, so you can catch up where we have ended up in the second game. I'm still, I want to say I'm at the end of the early game, headed into mid-game grind, really, and these games are very grindy. Death happens a lot in both. They are meant to be hard. I'm not very good at them. So even if I was playing on quote unquote easy mode, it's always hard mode for me. But here we are at the inn after the valley, the good old Torch and Crown, as usual. We get 2 candles just for getting here. And we also got some stimulating poultice, which is blocked by whoever has anemic. Somebody does.
The Crusaders were known to cache their spoils, that the poor might share in their conquests.
That's great. I'm also not a big fan of PvP content in particular. So yeah, I didn't even check it out. I'm not a huge fan of PvP just in general in games. That's why I don't play third-person shooters or any of the other PvP type games that are out there, be it of any type, MMO, CCG, all of those. I just kind of like to pit myself against something that is skill and luck based versus something that I will just be frustrated at real people over my inability. I'm too much of a soft heart, even though I'm playing Darkest Dungeon. So, thank you for the compliment, Eggnog. You're a sweetheart. But yes, I did recently, just this last weekend, get gifted the DLC for the second game. What is it? Binding or Blinding Blade? Binding Blade? Burning Blade? So I do have the DLC Duelist already. She comes in as soon as you load it up, and we are searching for the Crusader, who, if you've played any of the first game, you know that it's the Crusader, the Highwayman, and the Vestal who are your OGs that you start with. In this one, it's the Plague Doctor, the Man-at-Arms, and the Highwayman. So either game, you get the Highwayman to start, but his companions are not. So you know that the developers love the Highwayman the most, and he's actually my favorite character / class as well. But yeah, we're still looking for the Crusader. We haven't figured out where to send this freaking map. I actually think it might be the Hoarder, but We'll see. We'll see. So yeah, that's where we stand. This is our party. We've already fiddled with them quite enough, so let us
The means of mastery.
upgrade some things. Ounce of prevention. Always, always. My first upgrade, battlefield medicine, is always, always my second one. Everybody else gets something at this point. At this point, we're probably going to want to upgrade this one. Weakening Curse. I actually prefer Weakening Curse because combo. Combo is so useful, and also it removes strength and auto crit for other things. Plus, it gives them weakness, which means whatever we Weakening Curse, they don't do nearly as much damage for a couple of turns. So that's kind of where I'm at. Can you put map as a combat item? No, it is a currency. It's not a combat item. It's currency. This is a trophy. This is a currency. So I'm pretty sure you agree Dismiss as our best. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure I think I need to go to the Hoarder to do anything more with this quest. I think. Because we've tried everything else. Let's see. Oh, we did you already. For you, I think I'm gonna do Faint. Having riposte ×3 instead of ×2, especially damage up for it as well, is I think just really good for the build that I have. That's kind of where I'm at right now. And then I will do preparation later for that extra riposte damage on her. Yeah. As for Dismas, who cannot be renamed, so he's the OG name, his default name. This does not give him riposte, so I think the same for him, and this will give him dodge, so when he jumps forward to get in the front, he has a little bit of leeway on all his shit. And then we just wreckage people. Yeah. Let's do that. Yeah, so these two are going to switch places a lot in play. Sort of. I also feel real power in Flagellant. Yeah, he's a trip. They changed him from a bleed dot to blight dot in between games, which I think is fine. I can't imagine that he cleans his whips all that often. So, makes sense. I'm going to select the route.
Every road a winding torment. Every turn bent on our destruction.
I do not mind the creature den goal. What is this one? Yikes. And that's Naked and Afraid, which we will not be doing because... Actually, no, this counts as a trophy. It does not count as an item, so we don't actually have any, but if we wanted one, we wouldn't take this with the Blood Moon Tangle. But maybe I like the academic studies. And I don't mind going after a creature den. Do we have anyone who wants to go after a creature den? That is the question. Let me double check here. He wants to go to academic studies, so having a map full of them would be great. You just want to do weird construction, and you guys just want stuff. Okay. Academic studies it is. Let's do that.
Our
To the
great
sprawl.
cities burn. All that beauty and knowledge. Ash on the wind.
Pupper is coming with us, as is the Radiant Flame. Ooh, Wind Chime would be real good, actually. Wind Chime would be real good. I mean, not that I don't love the pot and still whiskey all the way down, but less stress in these people's lives when I don't have a de-stressification ability. What trinkets do we have? Fluxiduck. Okay. If I take this, I cannot get these, and these will be very useful. and I want them. This is the only time, like, this, the Greater Heartseeker is the only time I will ever like this trinket, because otherwise it sucks. This one's okay. This one's okay. Not, I mean, it's my favorite type of trinket, but it's okay. These ones are useful. This would be a nice thing in the sprawl, but not necessarily anywhere else. Okay. Less stress.
A sound investment in roads yet untraveled.
I can live without that. We'll just save the baubles for another place. Alright, we need food. All of the food. We need friendship. Let's see if we have the things that we want. Burn salve was one of them. What was the other one? I do not remember. You wanted the burn salve, so we can put... I clicky the button. Why you not do? And you want medicinal herbs. I didn't see them. That could mean I'm blind, or that I just literally didn't see them. Or they're not there.
Spend what you can, or wealth no longer has meaning.
They are not there.
If indeed it ever did.
What do I care about? This is fun. Ooh, that removes death blow resistance. That's fun. Very fun. I did it like a year ago and forgot what the fuck I was doing. Yeah, it's fine. I also feel real power. Yeah, okay. Next stage of mobility of body and mind, but fate though. Mobility. Duelist. Not seen that class. Is she good? Do you remember the shield breaker from DD1? I don't know if you had the DLC for her, but if you had the DLC that gave you the shield breaker and you liked her style, the duelist is very reminiscent of her. I believe the duelist replaced her in the roster. But the shield breaker is very much a very similar build, like a very similar skill set build. Not the same, but similar. So I believe the duelist is the official replacement for the shield breaker. The runaway replaced somebody else. I don't remember who. But the runaway and the duelist are kind of new to the series. Everybody else had an equivalent. The full roster of classes is not yet available. I do not know if Red Hook Studios will be making more DLCs offhand. I have not been keeping up with their goings on. I assume they want to, but that does not necessarily mean they get made. But like, yeah. So the duelist is from the very first DLC, which I would recommend getting on a sale when it goes on sale. It's good. Like, it's a good DLC, don't get me wrong, but it's not so good that you can't enjoy with the game without it. In my personal opinion. Take that with like a barrel of salt though, because I am not deep in the Darkest Dungeon community or have my finger on the pulse of what the community at large around Darkest Dungeon and Darkest Dungeon 2 would say about this game. Feel free to go check out Reddit for that, all of that. But from my experience alone, I have not gotten the Crusader back yet, so I can't say anything about the changes to Crusader, if any. But yeah, some of the classes run exactly the way you remember them. Some of them have been tweaked or changed slightly in their mechanics to better balance with the changes they made to the style of game that they built for the second game, because it does run very differently from the first one. You are not base building in this one at all. You are trying to run away from the hamlet, sort of, kind of. I have theories. We haven't reached the end, anywhere close to the end, to know the truth. All right. I still got some monies. Let's save it. Let's just... Do we want anyone to stealth out on occasion? No, not really. Let's just try to make friends, I guess.
Planning and mindfulness, as vital to survival as sharpened steel.
Wrong button. These all lock down. You go here. Because this is a luxury item, we will get the extra stress resistance, which helps us, and this will also help us with stress after each location as well. This continues our quest for the Crusader. This does a whole bunch of things. Ooh, resolute chance up. Yay. Damage versus the cultists. Yay. And less flame drain in general, but less candles of hope. So like I could min-max the candles of hope, because that's really what I'm doing is candles runs, but it's fine. Really. What did I want to check? I don't remember. Lost my brain. It's fine. I'll either remember it or won't. Okay, so who has an emic? You do. So, let's see. You have a 6 speed already. You have a 5. You have a 5. You have a 4. I think I want you to be faster. That ounce of prevention saves us so much. Everybody make friends. I mean it. Oh. You two are on my shit list, and now I have to fix your mistakes. Drink together. Drink some more. Cannot believe them. Alright. You have the least amount of health. You have the second least amount of health. You have the third least amount of health. These two being in the front with the least amount of health. Hilarious. The healer having the most health. Fucking wild. That's everything. All of my currency is all that is left. I'm not gonna buy anything else. We're going to the sprawl. Let's go. Yeah, she suffered from nightmares. So every time you went to camp, even if you had set it up so that you would not get into a fight or get surprised into a fight at a camp, if she was in your party, she had a quest line where you would get surprised in her nightmares to defeat snakes. The duelist does not have that. She has a completely different storyline. She's a completely different person. But when it comes to the way that her skills and abilities work, her closest equivalent would be the shield breaker from the first game. So that's why I say that I believe she is the replacement for the shield breaker. Personally, I liked the shield breaker. She was a fun class to play with, but it's not a big deal. So yeah, we're gonna end our time at the inn. We are going to get ready for the sprawl ahead, but this is the end of my stream. This is where I usually start to wrap up. So thank you guys for joining me today for some Darkest Dungeon 2. It has been lovely to have all of you. I stream Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern US time. Please follow and put on notifications here on Twitch if you do not have the same time zone as me. Alternatively, if you want to make sure that I am gonna stream or see if for whatever reason I haven't started streaming on time, what the heck is up, whether I'm just late or something else has prevented me from my usual schedule, Twitter is your alternative. Feel free to jump over there, follow and put on notifications. I don't tweet all that often. I don't retweet many things, but when I do, it's the things that I support, and I like all the things that I like. So if you'd like to become more my friend or learn more about me, that's the place to go, for what little I post there. If you have missed anything that I have streamed today, or any other time, or any other game that I have streamed that you might have interest in, YouTube has all the playlists. They're there for you 24/7. You can have my company, whatever you are doing over on YouTube. Feel free to subscribe and ring the bell so that you know when the VODs go live, so that you know when this episode of Darkest Dungeon 2 will be there for you to catch up with. But yeah, any of my content is available for you. I don't make any money over on YouTube. It's literally just there for you guys. As a streamer, I do raid my friends, and that's my raid message. It should work as a copy pasta for everyone and anyone. So let's go see what friend I get to raid today. I do try to support my fellow streamers because we're all in this community together. And some of them are very lovely people who do even more fun spooky season stuff than me. But sometimes Twitch is like really slow in loading up the raid menu. Come on, Twitch, you can do it. I believe in you. Here we go. What friends? What friends? You know what? I have my friend Stephanie Swan Quills. She's playing Five Nights at Freddy Into the Pit, which is the newest Five Nights at Freddy game. I've seen all about it on YouTube, but let's go check out where she's at in the game for some spooky time fun. Please support Stephanie as much as you can with my raid message, and I hope to see you guys again tomorrow. So until then, we raid in 3, 2, 1. Bye, guys.